everybody, I got a tip. If you want me here, take a trip. It make you holler, it make you shout. Come along with me, we're tripping now. Now listen, girls, and listen, boys. These little things, they ain't no toys. They are for real, know what I mean. They make you holler, they make you shout. Come on, baby, we'll trip on out.
Hey, what is going on, y'all? Do something that hopefully will have a good result. Something a little bit different than what's been going on usually because I'm a healer. I heal people. That's what I do. You guys know that's bullshit, right? But I am gonna. Hopefully, this will help a couple of guys put their stuff aside. And Vic and I have talked. I accepted his apology, but things are never like we're not gonna be friends anymore. But that is neither here nor there at the moment. This isn't about that right now. All right, I'm gonna say some hellos. Here we go. Oh man, I might. There's too many of you. I will just say happy fucking Valentine's Day to all of my sweethearts out there. I ought to be getting some booby pictures today. That's kind of a hit. And I would tell you this: nothing says love like a half-eaten roll of duct tape. There it is. All right. Yeah, there's just too many of you to read off one by one. So if you said something important and I don't talk about it, yeah, I fucking ignored you. What about it? Oh, let's see what we got here. All right, fellas. If you guys want to come up, I'm gonna probably shut the fuck up because this is between you two. I don't know. I don't know everything that was said because I don't watch this shit very much anymore. So if you guys want to unmute, Rob, I'll let you go first, and you can say what's on your mind.
Hello.
Damn it! Put Big back on.
You hear me?
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. Salute, Bill, man. Thanks for the opportunity. You know,
Hey, no problem.
I ain't been around in a long time, so.
Yeah, you're one of the like people say, oh, Bill's full of shit when he says people have left. No, this is one of them right here. There's been a bunch leave. You know, that's why our crowds are so much smaller.
I definitely left. When
yeah,
because Vic was saying some shit, and apparently whatever he was saying took hold to some people because after that nobody was hitting me up. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was asking me to draw anything. Nobody was hitting me up for anything. I hit up. I mean, I can't lie. There's a few people that hit me up, and they still hit me up to this day. But I tried reaching out to some people, and they wouldn't hit me back. So I don't know what they're thinking, or what they're thinking of me because of whatever Vic had to say. So I just want him to clear the air and let the people know that whatever he was saying was bullshit. And, I'm gonna give him that opportunity because he threw my name into some shit that I got no business with. I don't know anybody here on a personal level. I don't hang with anybody here. You know what I'm saying? I'm friendly with everybody. And all that shit changed after Vic said what he said.
Well, I really don't know what I said, but I'll say, what happened that brought
I'm gonna say this. I'll say what I remember is when I jumped in Ryan's chat.
Mm-hmm.
You were saying some shit that I was involved with Ed or whatever Ed's got going on.
Okay, I'll explain. I'll explain that. And First, I want to say that, I've never had any problem with you. And you've always been cordial with me. You've always been friendly with me. And what had happened was I had reached out to you one time about doing a piece of artwork for me.
Hmm.
And it was showing the picture of my aunt. Okay, you remember me asking
I
about that
remember.
and what she was doing to me.
I remember.
Okay, her beating me with a belt. And I wanted a picture of her enjoying the shit out of it because she enjoyed hurting me. After a while, growing up, her beating me, I didn't cry. I started laughing at her. Okay. But what I wanted, you see, when I put my story out, I'm going to put her picture out, her picture of what she looks like. So when people that know her can see her picture, okay. But what happened was when Ed and I was going at it, he had implicated that I wanted it for my use, and the only way that he would have known was if someone told. And I thought that maybe you had said something I didn't know. So that's
Well, you
why
should have came to me. We were still cool on IG.
yeah,
You could have just
well,
messaged me.
that's
That's
my
it.
fault.
Simple.
And it wasn't your fault. You're innocent in this here. Okay. You're innocent.
I
What I
appreciate that.
said, you know, I was upset. I didn't know what was going on, and I'm not blaming Ed, okay? Let's not blame him because, see, he and I was going at it. He was going at it with me, and I'm going at it with him. And he had every right to come at me. I'm equally as guilty when we're fighting. So I don't want people to think that he is the guilty one here. I'll take the responsibility and say that I was guilty because I didn't reach out to you. Okay. Having
Yeah, because all that you did tell me all of
CPTSD.
that, and I kept all that to myself. I never told anyone about that. I never shared any of the pictures. I
Right.
did send Ed the pictures after you kept talking and bringing up my name. That's when I
Okay.
sent Ed the pictures, but I don't think he ever
Okay.
posted them.
No, he didn't. And he and I, we were talking, we're cordial with each other. I'm moving on. Uh, I don't
Well, Vic,
have,
man, you can't like just if you're upset, regardless of someone, you can't just be like talking shit and bringing up shit and faking shit. Like that's not the way about it. You can't go about
right.
shit like that.
Well, when s- something like that happens, your mind races, and my mind was racing. And having CPTSD, that doesn't help. And the personality traits with those types of people, it's like, it's hard sometimes to deal with. And, I know that, I more or less throwed you up under the bus. I do apologize for that. And, I know it's not going to happen again because I've deleted all my channels and I'm no longer going to be part of the group. But I do have business that I have to take care of with a group of people. Okay. But we won't go into that. But, coming into Bill's panel, I don't come into the chat. I don't troll. I don't troll in Eds. I don't troll in locks. I stay out of them, because they all have a right to have their panels,
Well,
you know.
I don't know what's been going on for a long time
Well,
because, like I said, man,
right,
after that, I was hanging around for a little bit, lurking, and I would see a lot of Vic is the man, and Vic praises, and I'm like, where the fuck
Yeah,
do
but
I
that
stand?
wasn't
Everybody's believing
really.
this guy,
That's
you
not
know.
all. Wasn't voiced. I mean, that wasn't what happened between you and I. That wasn't. They wasn't doing that with what happened between you and I. Okay, and just from the outside looking in, if they had to pick from you or me, they would probably pick you. Okay, and when I say pick you, is to be on their side or their friend or their members, or you know what I'm saying. I mean, when you pick for playing softball, they pick their team members. You'd probably be one of the first ones they'd pick, where I'd be one of the last ones they pick. Because you're more, uh, you have self control and all that, where I
I
don't
don't
have
want
self
like
control.
look, I'm not looking for praises or nothing, man. I
No,
just want
no,
everybody knows that I'm just keep it real. That's it. The only thing people don't know is my real name. You know me as Rob. That is actually my name, but that's it.
right.
I don't use nobody. I don't fucking grift. I
No,
don't
you
ask
haven't.
nobody for nothing. I've never asked anybody for nothing in the community. I've only wanted to draw and give to the community and do
Right.
what I could. That's it.
And you have, and I wish you would come back to the community. Uh, I do think about you from time to time. I still see, you know,
And my
you on
shitty artwork.
Instagram.
You think about my
No,
shitty artwork?
no, you,
I
dude,
heard that too.
your artwork. Look, man, and when people are fighting, they're going to say shit just to get the other person mad. Your artwork is good, really good.
I was just
I'm
fucking with you.
serious.
I heard that when you said
Uh,
it, and it just made me laugh, man.
right, but people is going to say things just to tick you off, and with he and I, me and Ed arguing, I didn't know if you had, let him know or anything. I didn't, I was kind of baffled how he came up with it. But at the
What
same
did he
time, I
exactly
don't
come up
think
with?
he had anything to do with, throwing you up under the
What was
bus.
it exactly that he said though that
Yeah.
would made you? I don't.
Well, it wasn't really what he said when he said something about the picture and that I got off on
I
those
didn't thought he
types of
didn't know about the
pictures.
picture until I sent it to him though.
Right.
So that was way after
Well,
you already started trashing my name. You know what I mean?
right. Well, I would have never trashed your name in any other, uh, any other time. But when I thought that, he got that, and then when he said that, that really made me kind of mad, and because it was meant to make me look bad, and I just called you out, because no one else knew. And, I do apologize for that. And like I said, you know, uh, everybody, they can talk about me whatever they want to do. But like I said, I have unfinished business with about like 6 to 7 people in a totally different group that, they well, I won't get into that part of it, but I really apologize, and I'm happy that you and I can talk, and because sometimes in life, we never get a chance to talk again or even try to mend our differences.
Well,
I could be going to work tomorrow and get killed, and then I leave this world with people thinking I hate them, and that's not what I want to do. Because sometimes we
let me
may
jump
never
in
get
here
tomorrow.
real quick. Yeah, you're absolutely right. But let me jump in here real quick. And then the point of this stream isn't to make you guys friends again. Vic, I
Nah,
told you
because
how I
actually
feel.
I'm kind of feeling the way you do. Like I don't know if I could ever really be cool with him again because you don't know if shit can come down. Anything could happen again. He did it
That
once.
Right,
He
that
could do it
that's
again.
where I am. I accepted his
right.
apology just to move on, and I'm not going to go at him. And hopefully, I mean, something
That's
I've
real.
noticed, Vic, and I'm not a doctor, but I can recognize patterns. I've seen the stuff you got arrested for the exact same stuff you've been doing to people here. You've been arrested for that in the past, and this shit always happens in the summertime. I don't know if the heat triggers your PTSD. I don't know if that's one of your triggers or what the deal is, but it's always in the summertime. And you and me, you told me yourself that I was the last one. I was the only one left that would take your phone calls, and
Well,
I helped you.
let me tell you,
I talked you out of killing
I
people
said,
that I don't like, and
right,
then you
well,
turn
that,
around and
me
threaten to
and
kill me.
Swamper,
So
we ain't even fighting. We actually talk. Okay. But what it was when I came into the community, I asked 3 people to look me up. 2 of them didn't want to take the money, but they did. I kept insisting, and you said, no, keep your money.
yeah, dude, you offered me $1,000 one time. Believe me, it was tempting, but nah.
But the thing is, I appreciate that we can lay everything down, lay the hard feelings down, and move on.
Yeah, I appreciate you, speaking the truth, because like I said, I didn't know if anybody in the community believed what you were trying to say. And that shit was really affecting me. It shouldn't be affecting me because I don't know anyone really on a personal level, but it was.
Right. Well, I'm going to let this be known to everybody in the community. Okay. When someone in a community wants to reach out to you, be worried. Okay. When I say be worried, when they want to call you up and talk to you, and then they call you up 10 o'clock at night and talk to you all the way to 5 o'clock in the morning when you got to get up to go to work, be leery of these people. And I'm not talking about you or Bill. I'm not talking about either one of y'all. I'm talking about other people because what they do, they will data mine you and take this data and turn that shit around in their little group when they have Zoom meetings.
Oh,
Vic,
for
you got a
sure.
lot of shit going on, dude. Why you just don't drop it? Why you just if all this shit is affecting you
Well,
and these
I've
people are affecting
deleted
you
all
in a
my
way,
shit.
it seems like it's fucking with your mental, it's fucking with your
Well,
life, dude. Why you
I'll
just don't
tell
drop
you.
it all? Drop it. It's
Well,
simple.
I'll tell you, in a private message,
I'm not going private
why.
though. I'm not doing that.
Well,
That's
I'm
why I asked.
saying here, in the chat.
Mm.
But, if they want to put my name out there, these people want to put my name, my address, and all that shit out there, and then take records and say the opposite of what they say, I have a problem with that.
So you have a problem with people lying on you,
You're
but it's
right.
cool for you to lie on others. Think
Well,
about
I
that.
don't think I lied when
You're just admitting that you lied on me. So how many other
Dude,
well,
times could you have lied?
you lied on me a lot, dude.
maybe you,
You
Bill,
can't double back
but
now. Don't double back now. Like you
okay.
admitted it that you lied about me, right?
Well, I talked about you, thinking that you and Ed had talked then, and that's, you know, I mean, if you didn't talk to him, fine. I made the mistake, and I
I talked to
apologize
him. I
for
didn't talk
that.
to him about you though.
No, but I was thinking you gave him,
No, I
that
wouldn't do that.
picture and stuff like that.
That's evil shit to me, dude. I wouldn't do it. I just
Okay.
wouldn't do that. That's
Well,
not my character.
again, we don't know each other on that personal level, and I didn't know then.
But I
And,
never did
I
anything to
do
you though. But
apologize
listen,
for
listen. I understand.
that.
But what I'm saying is, regardless of what you're saying, it's not making sense because I did nothing to you. Nothing.
No.
Even
The
if
only
it's in your
thing
head,
you don't
even if it's in
see
your
when
head
Ed
and you
got
didn't come to
that
me,
and used that against me, that is when, I said the only person that would know was you. I don't know how in the world he got that information. I really
It,
don't, because at the
it
time
seems like you're
we
trying
was
to put
already
that.
arguing, and I would have never
Nah,
said
see,
nothing to him.
you're putting that before you trashing my name. See, that's what it seems like, and
Well,
that didn't
if
happen in
I
that
had
order.
asked you to do that for me, why would I trash your name? I have to have a reason to be mad at you. And you the type of person, you don't you don't provoke people, you don't go after people, you're cordial with people. And that right there is kind of baffling to me why I would go after you. The only reason I would go after anybody is if they was coming at me. Okay. Or if I seen something that needs to be called out, I will call it out. But see, with you, you've never really done anything in the chat. You never done anything to anybody in the chat. Okay. Whereas a bunch of other people have, but you haven't. And I'm sorry that it made you want to leave. But, look at it on the bright side. A lot of it, is getting toxic, real toxic, way toxic, more toxic than what it ever was.
I can imagine. I said that before I left. It was only getting worse.
Yes.
It was getting
And
worse.
Oh, it
I'm
has. The last 6 months,
I'm on my
especially,
way
man.
out, and I'm glad that, Bill and I did talk today, and he said that you had something to settle with me, and I said yes. I want to allow him to say his piece, or say what you have to say, you know, uh, because you have every right to. I mean, if I did something screwed up, yeah, let me know. I mean, you let me know now.
See, you
But
knew when you
You
did
going
it
guys
though,
after
didn't
saying
you
you?
that
to go after you, no,
Because
I wouldn't do that. Go ahead.
well,
I
all
see
right.
people
I take
saying,
your
why are
apology.
you?
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take your apology. But on that note, like I said before, I'm like I don't think we'll really be cool again, and
That's
I'm sure
fine.
you understand why.
I understand
I'm not gonna trash
because
you. I won't never bring up your name because I don't do that anyway. You know what I'm saying?
That's where I am.
right.
We'll leave it like it is. I just,
That's good,
shout
man.
out to
You
anybody in
know,
the chat. I'm not looking at chat, so if
I ain't
anybody
looking at
remembers
chat
me,
either.
shout out to all
Rob,
y'all.
you've gotten nothing but support from the chat. Nobody said a single bad thing about
And
you. There's
I
been a hell of a lot
appreciate
of
that.
people saying that
That's
they
love.
miss you and that you're a good dude and all this kind of stuff. Which is
Yeah,
I
why
miss all
you're
y'all
a good
too,
dude,
yo.
man.
Believe me, yo. I miss all y'all, man. I made a promise
I
that I wanted
mean,
to draw
you should come
everybody in
back
this
to the
community.
community.
You
You
know,
see, you don't have to worry about me being in the community. Like I said, I'm out, but I got some business I'm gonna take care of, and then that's it. But say
all
the
right.
business I take care of, I'm not gonna be posting it all and using it to drag. See, I got caught up in all that shit. Okay, and it's not getting nowhere.
that was the
Sure,
last
there's
that was the
people in the
last message I
community
sent
that
you,
we
man.
should
Was
actually be looking at and taking notes on what
Listen,
they're
man. Not
doing.
not for nothing, but like at your age, dude. Like you
I'm
this
still
shit
young,
that
man.
shit
What you
would be
talking
like too
about?
it would be like too much. But look, if I was your age, I'd be like, this shit is just too much stress on me. Like, fuck that. I'd rather be at a beach all day or looking at shorties or something. Like,
Oh,
get your
dude,
mind right. You
I've
know,
been out west painting cars. You know, I've been out west painting cars. That's what one of my hobbies is painting cars, fixing cars.
y'all saying, why are you listening to Vic? He's done this before. You're absolutely right, which is why uh, I accepted his apology, but we're not going to be friends. And Rob said the same thing. But that the point of this is to not make us all friends again. The point of this is to clear Rob's name, and that's it. You know.
Right.
and I appreciate Vic doing that.
Well, that's the least I can do, man. Seriously, that's the least I can do.
Because you could
Okay.
have said fuck Rob, and you could have just left it the way it is, and So for
Well, I'm
that, I
not that type
appreciate
of person. Okay. There's a lot of other people in this fucking community that is like that. And that is what people should take notice of. Okay. I can mention one name. I don't know if
No,
I
no,
should,
let's not do that
but,
though. I mean, let's not do that. I mean,
and
I'm not gonna do that while I'm
Rob,
here because I stay out
yes,
of the
sir.
drama. This is the thing.
Yes, sir.
If you nobody knows, I've never involved myself in the drama. I
Yes,
would be
sir.
in the chats and I would say, hi and everybody and this and that. But when all the drama starts and people go at each other, I didn't want to be a part of that because
Right.
I'm not trying to be on nobody's sides.
Right. But what I'm
The
saying is
community to me is
people,
about the kids. So
right. But
when was
see,
it gonna get back to that?
Yeah, we
yeah,
lost a
but
lot of
see,
good people over that.
these panels, you look at the panels and you study the panels, very rarely will they talk about the children. Very rarely. Okay. And when we say
Yeah,
this is a catching
none of this panel
community,
shit has anything to do with helping children at all.
right. That's where people get it all mixed up. But let me also say that the same thing that, we're talking about, other people are doing that, telling people lies, and then they turn on each other. And that's what this one person's doing. She's dividing the community so they can conquer it. Divide and conquer. And that's what that one person is doing. And we all
That's
know
what
who
I've been
she
saying
is.
is it's a power struggle for a power that's not really there. It doesn't really exist.
No, I don't have no power. The only power I have is, the power of myself. Okay.
Yo,
I don't have
shout out to
power
Red
over
Hood too,
anybody
because
else.
Red Hood had my back that night. I know we remember that day when he was talking to you in the chat on my behalf. He had my back and shit. And I don't know where Red Hood is, but shout out to Red Hood.
I don't know if he's still around anymore or not either. I don't really watch very much of this stuff, but I've not.
Well, he's around. I've seen, he's got some alt
He's a
accounts.
smart dude, and he
Yeah.
recognized what you were doing right away. Like he recognized that shit, and he started to speak up
Well,
for me.
well, he is one of the biggest trolls that I do know, because every time I go up on a panel, I could be happy and everything. He get up on the panel and start in on me, just like how Telly would do. When Telly get up on the panel, I jump off because I don't want to have an altercation. I don't like arguing with stupid people. I mean, he's not stupid. Don't get me wrong, but some of the stuff he's saying, he's
See, that's the
stupid.
thing right there, though.
And
If you say some
he
shit
thought I
about
was a
some,
truck
listen,
driver
if
also, and he goes and tries to snitch on me.
when you say some shit about somebody, whether it's little thing like calling them stupid, even right, you think they're not gonna want to come at you and be like,
Well,
"What the fuck?
hey,
What?"
you've already been coming at me. I mean, doxing my name and all that. Hey, that's fine. I've already doxed myself. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I have nothing to hide.
No, I ain't cool with none of that.
Well, they've done that and they do it on her channel. It's fine.
I
I
don't
don't
even know
care.
who
I
her
don't
is.
watch that
I'm not.
shit.
I don't
I
care.
don't
I don't
watch
care.
it.
I don't care. I don't care about that. I don't want to get into. I'm not here to talk drama about. We settle our shit, right? We
Yeah,
cleared my
yeah.
name. We're good. So I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for the community. I'm thankful that they all know what's up. And Bill, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you letting me
All
up
right,
here.
man.
I'll sit back. I'm gonna sit back in the chat for a minute. I'm gonna join the chat, and
All right, man.
that's that, man. I'll try to maybe slowly come back into the community. Maybe I'll start drawing again. I've been trying to do music and shit. And
Well, you should stay drawing, man, because you are very good at it. Very good.
thank you. I actually
It's
haven't even
very
drawn in
impressive.
months, and I got promises still that I have to keep. So yeah.
Well, I haven't done any woodwork in about 4 months. So,
All right.
All
I'm
right,
out.
fellas. Rob, I'd like to see you come back, right? You're one of the few that like just doesn't participate in all that bullshit when you can help it, you know. Um, but there's been a few people trying to come up, and I wanted to give these. I just wanted to keep it these two right now because I know when I open the floodgates, it's going to get shitty in here, and I didn't want that to happen while they were. All that really was supposed to happen was Rob was going to be cleared of some shit that Vic said, and that's been done. This isn't about trying to make anybody friends with anybody else.
Now, Rob, just read the the StreamYard chat. That's all.
How I do that?
That's
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
comments.
I have nothing else to say about that there. But if you want to talk at any time, feel free. You probably don't, but at least I'm
You're
glad that
probably right.
we at least settled this here so we can move on. And, if I'm killed in the morning going to work, then you know that I don't hold any grudges against you and that we made our peace.
All right. That's where it's at.
And, also for everybody in the community, I made my peace with Ed also. Okay. I'm not going to be dragging that man. I'm not going to be saying anything derogatory about him. Just want that to be known because, it's gone on too long. And, we're not looking elsewhere with the real problems. So, it was good to talk to both of y'all. Thank you for allowing me to come up to talk to Rob to clear
Yeah, no
that up.
problem.
Yeah, I gotta say thank you too, Bill. I appreciate it,
Yeah,
man. You already know.
no problem, man.
All right, I'm gonna dip back. Should go to my YouTube and say what's up to the chat.
All right, dude. Hope you
All
have a
right, man.
better rest of your night.
You too, man. All
Yeah.
right.
All right.
Peace.
Okay. I know some of you wanted to come up and talk to Vic. I don't know if he'll come back up or not. That's up to him. But um, I'm sorry I wouldn't let you guys up while they were talking. I kicked a few of you down. I just didn't. The only goal tonight was to get Rob's name cleared, and I didn't want anything to interfere with that. I didn't want 5 people up here yelling and screaming and deflecting from the topic at hand. Aside from being super gorgeous, and oh, I know you're not talking to me, West's pickup line. I don't know who you're talking to, but I know it's not about me. Oh man. So yeah, I mean, I wasn't gonna talk to Vic at all, but I was talking to Rob, and he wanted his name cleared, so I didn't. I didn't talk to Vic. Vic did try to reach out to me, and I just kind of ignored it. I said 3 words to him the whole time he was, you know, trying to call me and stuff. But uh, today I did accept his apology, but we are never going to be cool again. Not after this shit. He lied. He lied about me a lot. He threatened my family. He tried to dox me, and I can't. I can forgive, but I was sure as fuck never forget. I don't want a war with him either. Um, I really quit talking about him last summer. I used to respond to his bullshit, then I just stopped. I stopped responding to JD and all those assholes. And life got a lot better after I just started ignoring them. Y'all might want to try it. Just stop watching their bullshit. Unsubscribe, turn off notifications, something. Just get the fuck away from it. Vic, I know you had some more stuff to say and you changed your mind about naming names. Um, and if that's still what you want to continue with, that's fine. But um, now that we got this part of it done, if you want to come up and talk about what we talked about earlier, that's okay. Whatever you want to do is fine with me. Yeah, Captain Savaho, I'm cordial with him. Like, we aren't going to be talking like we used to. Um, it's called being cordial. If you don't have the ability to be cordial with somebody that you really don't like anymore, then that's a bad attribute to you. Yeah, fuck Cap. He's a whole ass bitch anyway. After all he has done, hey, Captain Sabaho, I'm not. I can either accept his apology and just fucking go from there, or I can let hate eat me up. And I try not to do that because hating somebody takes a hell of a lot of energy, at least the way I do it. Um, but no, it's not like I've forgotten. It's not like it did not get all washed away. I mean, after Edward, he did Edward the worst, but I was probably second. You know, I'm just not gonna let it. I've already spoken my mind about it 100 times, and he admitted the shit that he lied. You know, he admitted that he lied about me. So what else? What else is there to do if he's not still doing it? You know. Yeah, Jersey. I saw you apologizing for something earlier, but I see you apologize a lot for things you really don't need to apologize for. Sometimes you just say things that we're all thinking anyway. Did your Valentine have a good day? Not really. Not really, JM. No. Maybe you can make me feel better later. Stop it, Bill. Oh, and today is also, we have a birthday. Trust no one. I believe it's her birthday today. So if you're here, Miss Trust No One, happy birthday to you. Black's trying to be the. Yeah, Captain America didn't get any restraining orders filed on him for being abusive to women. Somebody said Cap spent a bunch of money on like microphone equipment. So, and they said it didn't make him any better. But my comeback to that was he's going through his midlife crisis because he's literally living in his mom's basement, going bald, and can't afford the sports car that men usually buy. So he's buying a bunch of bullshit that's a complete waste of money for him. One, if it's fuck Vic. Two, if he gets a pass. He ain't getting no pass from me. I don't care what any of you say. I'm not giving him a pass. I wouldn't. I wasn't going to have him up here until Rob wanted his name cleared, so I made it happen. That's really all I cared about tonight, and that is done. Hey, what's up, my naughty assistant? You're good. I went ahead and signed you in for the whole day. You're good. You're going to get paid for the whole stream, even though you weren't here. Or maybe I'll fire you. I don't know. Oh, I stand corrected, Crossroads. You're right. They probably don't have a basement there. I get it. Nope. I'm really not doing well. Not really. I've had this little. I don't know what it is. I'm really angry about. One of it is because, um, you know what? I'm not going to talk about that here. Forget it. Never mind. I didn't say anything. Hey, Jersey, I saw you asking for the link earlier, right? Do you still want to come up? Am I at home? No, I'm not. Oh shit! One of my stalkers is here. Yes, yes, that's exact. I'm at home. Yeah, that's where I am. And I don't know if you guys saw my short about this, but there is one thing that I can tell you that is pretty good advice universally, if I do say so myself. Ladies, when I compliment you on your looks, all you have to do is say thank you. You don't have to be like, hey, how did you get in here? Why is my back door busted open? What's the duct tape for? A simple thank you. That's all. That's it. That's all I need. You want to address Vic? I don't know if he'll come back up. Vic, you want to come back up and talk to Jersey? Who's the stalker? I'm not. I'm not going to talk about that, Danielle. I didn't want to. Yeah, I'm not talking about that here. I just didn't want to tell that person. I don't want any. I don't want her to have my phone number. I don't want her to have my email. All that shit's different than when we had our thing. I don't want any direct contact with her, but she's been in the chats acting like somebody else, acting like she doesn't know who I am. I recognized it, and the first time I recognized it, I thought, "Oh shit, that sounds like her." But I'm like, "No, you're being stupid, Bill. It's been 20 something years. No, it's been like 30 years." But I found out through somebody else that she does know about my channel. So I do believe that at least some of the new accounts that have been in here, at least some of them are her. And I banned ones from my comment section that, yeah, I'm not going to get into detail about any of that bullshit. But and as soon as if I ever find out that if I find out that she's read it, I'm gonna delete it. So, wrong stalker. You're a he. Okay. Well, I mean, both sexes love me. What can I say? I don't know if it's the voice or the skinny jeans, but it is what it is. Got some high school woman drama. It wasn't much. It wasn't much after high school, PatCon, and yeah, it was. It was. It got worse than that. But yeah, I was only in my, like, I don't know, early 20s or whatever. I don't remember exactly what year it was, but it was in like the early 90s to mid early, yeah, early 90s. It was a whole thing that stretched out. Uh, when you're in a relationship, it should just be done right there, and hopefully you can just be cool and never talk to each other again. But it took like 2 years for that to happen. Bill's inventing a stalker ex-girlfriend now. I wouldn't need to invent any, Telly. There are not that I have a lot of stalker ex-girlfriends, because I don't, but um, that sounded. I just made that sound really arrogant, but yeah, there's no need for that. It must suck to uh, be a complete incel, huh, Telly? I see a lot of projection going on with you. Yeah, NTF. Somebody's trying to start shit with you and other people. Don't let it work. My naughty assistant wasn't talking to you. They were talking to that idiot. Some people just they have no, like, they have nothing in their real life, so they have to come here and hide behind the relative safety of a keyboard and try to make other people uncomfortable. I at one time at least had a degree of respect for Telly, but that has been long gone. I don't even respect the man anymore. Did I forget about the night in the No, 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 stalker. I have not forgotten that. Uh, I'm actually still recovering. The stitches should come out any day now. What's the deal with I only saw bits and pieces of it with God, I can't remember who she's into it with now, but I don't know. Juniper and somebody else are into it, and I can't get a clear answer as to what it's really about. It's probably more bullshit, but I don't really, I don't know the root of the story. Telly, I've got a novel idea for you. You might want to try. Have you ever tried not being a total piece of shit? I'm just, I'm asking for a friend. Hey, what's up, kid nurse? There's another person you don't see around very much these days. I'm the one with the cringe sex jokes. Yeah, but at least women will joke back with me. You don't even have that. You can't see Telly throw the virtue signaling he's emitting. I don't know Telly to be a virtue signaler. I wouldn't say that. He's a piece of shit, especially towards women. If you want to call that virtue signaling, then maybe it's the new math that I'm not familiar with. Oh yeah, Vic reminded me. Um, I guess Bobby Joe claims that I lied about something, and she has proof about her being a decoy. I think is what it was about. When a catcher says yes, she was my decoy, then I'll believe it. But until then, she's lied too many times, and I don't believe a fucking thing she says. And as far as her wanting me to answer for any of it, I don't answer to you, Becky, or not Becky, Bobby. Same thing. They both have Joe's. Anybody with Joe, Joe is the new Karen. Anybody with J-O in their name, even if they just volunteered to put it there, have you not noticed that they're all Karens? So going forward, Joe is the new Karen. Um, but yeah, I don't answer to you, and I will comment on something you said after I watch it and after you talk about all of your lies. How about that? It was just Jeff with cringe jokes and duct tape. Hey, at least I have the duct tape. Poor Tilly sitting there seething, reeking of regret and compromise. So does that make Josh a Karen? He kind of acts. No, it's just the J. If they have the J-O by itself as a suffix, have you not noticed that anybody that does that is a Karen? But like if it's just part of your, if it's just part of the name, that doesn't count. Can I set a quality level for Telly's remarks? Not really, because he hasn't even reached a 1 yet. I mean, if it's a good one, I can even appreciate a good burn if it's towards me. But he falls flat every time. Regret is better than cat pee. Well, Telly, I think you just kind of probably smell like both, and you probably don't even have a cat. I mean, I've had some pretty good burns, and I'll admit when I've been burned good, if it's funny. Like the last thing I ever saw at a haystack was that Nazi video. I was one of the Nazis, but I thought it was fucking hilarious. Could you sell him a joke? Yeah, go for it. But the thing is, it's like not only is he a bad writer, his delivery is terrible. So you can try. I mean, is this a Karen-free zone? At the moment, you're just afraid of women in general and want to make sure you're safe. Virgin Ryan, I'll tell you a little secret as a non-virgin. We are all afraid of women. Every man is, to a degree, in some way, afraid of women. It's just a matter of how you handle it. But Tilly doesn't qualify as a man. Well, there is that point. The sad part is you could tell him British humor and he would laugh while he told. Oh, God, yeah, British. Benny Hill. Benny Hill was a funny motherfucker. I think he was British. Um, but yeah, he's about the only British person that I ever thought was funny. Oh, and oh man, what was that? All those movies. It's just a flesh wound. Those movies. What are they called? Monty Python. I think they're British and they're pretty funny. Oh, there's Danielle still staying in my good graces by passing around the Cash App. Yes, that Cash App goes to help underprivileged sea monkeys, um, which may include cocaine. Sea monkeys. If you've never seen a sea monkey snort coke underwater, I suggest you try it. But most of it will just go in my pocket. It will not go to anything charitable. You'd love to snort a line of coke off of Danielle. Wouldn't we all? Wouldn't we all? Hey, locksmith, if you want to pay to see a sea monkey do coke, you can absolutely do it. You can help an underprivileged, neglected sea monkey for as little as $1,000 a day if you want to properly support the cocaine habit. That's all, people. For just one car payment, you can help an underprivileged sea monkey. Think about it. Just one car payment. Take one for the team. There you go, Danielle. Oh yeah, I don't know if she's still in here or not. I wanted to say something earlier, but we have a new. I mean, you don't have to change your name and put Sea Monkey in it and to actually be a part of the Sea Monkey Club. If you want to rock with me, you don't have to do that, but it will earn you brownie points. And we do have. I want to welcome RC Mom, formerly RC Mom. Now she's RC Sea Monkey. I want to welcome her to the club. Will I be your Valentine? Hey, Virgin Ryan, if it will help, like if it will help you get over me, we can work this in reverse. We can have a little fling, and then act like we never heard of each other. Then all this shit you've been doing to me this whole time will make sense after that. We'll just do it in reverse. Yeah, man. They give free cocaine to the bears and to sharks, right? But nothing for the sea monkeys. You see what I mean? We are constantly overlooked by society. Where's the sea monkeys free cocaine? You're gonna waste it on a fucking bear and a shark? Come on. And then like Florida's got an alligator meth problem, because people, I don't know, meth must be way more potent than I thought, but I guess because it comes out in people's urine and whatever and goes out into the sewers, which I thought that shit got all filtrated. And why is that? They got fucking meth alligators now. Like that's a B-rated movie if I've ever heard of one. Meth alligators coming soon, straight to DVD. I never saw the Cocaine Bear movie. I just heard about it. A Weekend at the Bunny Ranch. Yeah, I would actually take Ryan under my wing for as long as I could stand it, about 30 minutes, and I'd probably ditch him at the titty bar. But if I could get him to understand how the world actually works and get him to understand that just because you want something to be a certain way doesn't mean it's ever going to be. We all have to come to terms with not living in a perfect world. I have a news clip about the cocaine sharks that somebody sent to me. It's real short. If you want to remind me, and I'll send it to you. It doesn't get into much detail. It pretty much just says that there are cocaine sharks. Give Ryan the controller for the shot collar. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, Locke, you're just trying to get me killed. I know how this works. Yeah, I know cocaine. There's a true story, and the cocaine shark thing is true too. But where's my? I mean, if I have to become a furry to get bales of free cocaine, I'll do it. I'm not afraid. I've done way worse shit in public just to give people something to look at. Oh, it's like when smugglers, sometimes drug smugglers, they have big bales of cocaine and they'll be in an airplane and just drop it out, and then people will go and pick it up. That way, the pilot doesn't take as big of a chance. Or sometimes if they are being chased by a DEA plane or helicopter, or whatever, sometimes they'll just throw the shit out the window so the evidence, they hope is gone, and that's how bears get a hold of it. I've never run across uh, cocaine out in the woods, but I've run across some really weird shit that could only have gotten there by being dropped out of the sky. And the sharks the same way. They ditch the bales over the side of a boat when they're getting caught, and the sharks eat it. And then you've got people like me out in the woods too. You guys know how much time I spend in the woods, and I've shared my coke with squirrels and raccoons and shit. They love it, So there's that too. Yeah, you guys never seen a squirrel on cocaine? Oh, baby. We tried, Danielle, we tried to raise enough money to get Ryan a prostitute, but we only raised enough to get him a BJ from one mid-grade prostitute or 5 hand jobs from a lower grade prostitute. And I don't really I want him to have the full experience. I mean, I'm banned from a couple of zoos for sharing my cigarettes and drugs and shit with the animals. Like, if you're not supposed to share your cigarettes with the monkeys, they should put up a sign or some shit, because I didn't know. You'll be okay, Virgin Ryan. You'll be okay. Oh, man, I missed whatever Janice said, but apparently it's funny. What kind of cigarettes? At that time I was smoking Camels. So I had a monkey smoking a Camel. Hadn't really thought about that till now. So you left, but what you're seeing may ask never get responded to. Oh, I'm reading it right now. I'll be just trying to air out some of the truth. Hard to stick your neck into truth when it goes against the friends, though it seems. The E-friends, yes, LB. And that's the situation. You may not know, but I've let some of my feelings be known lately about people that I had considered at least, YouTube friends at a minimum, but yeah. And I knew it was gonna turn people on me. I knew it. And that's okay. But make no mistake, that was not me jumping ship. I've also had people hit me up. They're like, hey, blah, 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 and I liked what you did, and blah, blah, blah. And they were kind of like alluding to me hanging out with them, and it's not going to happen. I still feel exactly the same way about the quote unquote other side. That has not changed, and it won't change. All right, LB, I missed something. I'm sorry if I misunderstood your question. You're welcome to come up here if you want to talk about something. Because I evidently I misinterpreted what you said. Well, I mean, it's not okay, LB, but what are we going to do? I mean, unless we want to start just banning anybody that runs their mouth under an alt, like, I think it's a chicken shit thing to do too. I think that running your mouth and lying about people And sometimes these people aren't lying. Sometimes, like some of them, like we all know that 90% of what Nani says is not true, and uh, there's a small segment of people that do believe her bullshit and run with it. And sometimes people come in under alts because their main account gets banned, which something I find hilarious is I ban people here just because I don't like them and they're assholes and I want to chill chat most of the time. And then like they've been total assholes here, get blocked, and then they beg to be unblocked, or I'm not blocked, banned. They beg to be unbanned. I just think it's hilarious. It's a cheap thrill for me. No, things won't ever go. I mean, people do have short memories, but things will never be like they used to be. Never. There's been too much happen and too many hurt feelings and too many people that would never let things see. Look, most of our channels rely. I'd be perfectly happy to never talk about this shit again, but it's how we know each other. It's our common ground. It's what the chat wants to talk about. I've tried to have streams with not talking about any of this stuff, and it never works because it's all we know as far as knowing each other. There are too many people that just get off on this kind of drama. They don't care who it hurts. Oh, it's just the internet, but and I say that too because I know that all I got to do to get away from it is throw another phone in the river again, and then get another one to go back to it. But yeah, you have too many weak people that have no real power in their own lives, so they have to go try to make other people miserable, which brings us to Telly. But yeah, there's too many channels that their only reason for existence is this drama, and if they stop lying about people and attacking people, they will have nothing to talk about. All right, Rob. I hope that this helped you in some way. I don't really believe most people believed what Vic was saying about you. Yeah, there is a certain segment of those idiots over there that will go along with each other's bullshit. Just, you know, it was mostly dumbasses like that were saying shit. I never saw anybody that was cool say anything bad about Rob. Man, I miss so much shit. I don't know. Half the time, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Sorry. Can someone please make an organization chart showing who likes who and who's on what side? Truth to power, we've actually thought about that, but it changes so fast that like we couldn't even find an AI program that could keep up with it. So it's kind of dead in the water. It would be helpful though. There's been a bunch of times where I said something about a couple of people, and I thought that they were cool with each other, and then I say something and fucking shit pops off because I didn't know they don't like each other anymore, and it goes the other way too. Yeah, guys, that reminds me. When like, unless I have two phones going, when you message me while I'm live, I can't like go and read your whole message. I can see like the top line. So if you're telling me something that you do not want repeated, make sure you put that first. I didn't talk about it at the time because I didn't want anybody to figure out which one it was, but somebody was telling me something and I only saw part of it, so I repeated it because sometimes people give me information while I'm talking and I act like it's shit that I already knew, right? Um, and I did that, but at the bottom they're like, "Oh yeah, don't tell anybody about that." And I didn't see that until I'd already fucking put it out there. So I very sneakily took that stream down too. Or if you uh, put money on my Cash App, if you don't want shouted out, make sure you put that in there too, because that's something else. Uh, Somebody made a donation, I shouted it out, and then when I looked at my text messages later, they had texted me, "Hey, don't shout me out. I don't want anybody to know I gave you money," after I'd already done it. So yeah, not cool. Not cool at all. Yeah, I mean, we've got some real psychopaths. I mean, like legitimate psychopaths around here, you know. They don't care who they hurt. Well, you know what? I get sometimes people have mental issues, and this is something else that pisses me off. People that have obvious mental issues, and other people keep having them up and causing problems for. They don't care who they hurt, as long as they make those fucking views, and drama sure brings the fucking views. That kind of pisses me off. Um, and sometimes people have episodes that where they're not in control of what their mind is doing, and they do shit, which does not give them a pass for hurting somebody. Um, yeah, it's tricky, you know. Sometimes people just don't have any control over what's going on in their mind, and they react and they do shit, you know. But it should not be a free pass to get away with stuff either. Yeah, Bill's naughty assistant. You're right. It used to be that way, but not anymore. And I think part of the reason this stuff is oh yeah, blue and yellow pills. Squirrel. Damn it, I lost my train of thought. Focus, Bill, focus. We have so many people in here that have had really terrible things happen to them when they were kids. And like that fucks up your brain forever, you know. I think that's part of why this whole thing is the way it is we've got, I hate to be cliche or sound like a fucking hippie, but hurt people, you know. It's a fact. You mean like how Jeff can't help himself when it comes to lying? Yeah, Crossroads. There's about a third of the regular panel people I don't allow up here unless we're talking shit about them. And I think they got the right to defend themselves. But yeah, people keep giving Jeff a fucking platform. We should have. They even took a vote one time whether to run him off, throw him off the island or whatever. And then he was right back on the same fucking channel 2 weeks later. So yeah, I mean, I'm in the boat where just stop giving these fuckers platforms. But people won't go along with it because they need them fucking views or watch hours or whatever. a lot of people in denial of how. Yeah, that goes back to, and I've said this a million times myself, because personally, I do it once in a while. All I have to do to not deal with this community is leave my phone somewhere and walk away. Um, so I'm guilty of saying, "Oh, it's just the internet," but there are real people behind those screen names. There's a real person most of the time, and I'm guilty of. Like in my mind, I thought that in my mind I make pretty clear I don't do real internet romance. I don't do long distance relationships. If I can't go to your house and fuck you 3 times a week, you're not my girlfriend. You know. And looking sea monkey, I actually can go fuck her 3 times a week, and she's still not my girlfriend. But yeah, there's been times where, and it's my fault really. People think that I led them on, which was not my intent. I thought we were just like, we never sat down and said, "Hey, we're going to be a thing." Um, we're a thing now. That conversation never happened. Um, and if I did have a real thing with anybody here, which is very slim to none that would ever happen, but if they were cool with me still talking to women the way I do, great. But if they're not, I would have to make some compromises for that, over a real relationship. You know, I would never stop talking to anybody, but just the conversation would be a whole lot different, you know. But sometimes it's happened where they thought we were more than we were, and I've lost a couple of friends over that, you know. But some of them, I'm making it sound like it's not been like 30, but um, I still talk to most of them now. It's just different. I have to make a mental note. Okay, don't flirt with that person because you don't want to set some. You know what I mean? I'm making it sound way more. I'm sounding more arrogant than what it really is. You know what I mean? So, but I'm just trying to show you that there are other people on the other side of these. It's real easy to hurt the faces that you don't see. One of the business classes I took, um, they actually call it high level bombing. Like the person that makes the decision to lay off a bunch of factory workers, that person never meets them. They just stay in their ivory tower somewhere so that they don't have to see the faces of the families that they're destroying. You know what I mean? And some of it is just these guys are fucking pussies, man. They will only mouth off to you on the internet. They wouldn't even think about doing it in real life. 3 times a week's not going to cut it. Well, I get that, but I don't want to break a hip or something. I'm just saying that's my Jeff's military issues seem like mental illness. Dude, Jeff is sick. He does have he's I'm not a doctor, can't diagnose anybody, but like he cannot stop lying. Like everything out of his mouth is a lie. And which is fine if you're just going to tell bullshit stories that don't, involve anybody. That's fine. Uh, but when you lie to people to try to gain something out of it, that's a different thing. Where if you lie about people to try to hurt them or whatever, that's not cool either. What's going on, Lydia? He lies when he doesn't have to. Yeah, that's the thing. You know, I can understand, and I'm not saying that I never lie because I do. I don't lie about most of the things that you people accuse me of lying about, but whatever. I mean, every human being lies. Anybody says that they never lie is lying. But when you when every fucking thing you say is bullshit, like it's one thing if you're trying to entertain people, or maybe even just trying to get noticed a little bit. But when you when people base their entire relationship with you on a lie, that is not cool. Like these motherfuckers, if we have as many Navy SEALs as I've just met in bars, this country has nothing to worry about ever. I mean, I'm not cool with that, but whatever. But it's when they start getting free drinks out of it, or like when women fall for him because he's a Navy SEAL, and they ride that lie and take advantage of people. I'm not cool with that. Yeah, sympathy is lying for sympathy is also not cool. I don't I don't go for that either. Yeah, Crossroads. That's another thing is it insults the intelligence of every person here. Like everybody knows he's lying, and he still fucking insists that he's not. You know. Uh, oh yes, Danielle. He claimed to have a 165 IQ. His words, not ours. I mean, I didn't know that bricks were so smart. Yeah, I agree, Lydia. Like people are blaming it on the alcohol. He's blaming it on the alcohol, but he was a perpetual liar before he fell off the wagon. I think the alcohol made it worse, but he was always lying about something. But lying about a shooting at your grandkid's school, yeah. And he's a doctor. Yes, he has a doctorate, apparently. Honorary. That came that came through his church, and I belong to churches that handed out phony. Like I've got a shitload of certifications that mean absolutely nothing because it's just the church that makes up stuff. Anybody can give you an honorary doctor certificate. Um, I could probably put a dozen or so titles with my name if I wanted to, but most of that shit doesn't mean anything. Can someone give you the Danielle? Just knock it off, or you're gonna be punished. I'll do something to you, something bad. He's supposedly been clean for 3 months. We've heard that before. I mean, if he does have a substance problem, I hope in all seriousness, I do hope that he gets help with it. It's not gonna stop him from lying. But that's a whole ball of wax all on its own, and it's a tough thing to deal with. That's the thing. If he, you have to talk to counselors or whatever if you really want to get off this stuff. I mean, I didn't go that route. I tried going that route a shitload of times, and it never worked for me. When I decided to get off of oxys, and I stayed clean for 2 years after that. But at the end of the day, all the rehab, like I would check into rehab and then escape. And nobody was really looking for me because I was there voluntarily. But, the drugs rot away your brain pretty quick. But at the end of the day, it just had to be me against myself, by myself, on the floor of a fucking hot, dark room, Spent a couple of months doing that. But anyway, the point is you gotta, most of the time, you need to talk to a counselor. But if he can't be honest with himself and a counselor, like he's not gonna, I don't know. You serious? You don't watch him? The dude likes. Oh, yeah, Danielle. I mean, the way to sum it up is, he lies about literally everything. I mean, everything. Like you cannot literally everything. You can't believe anything that man says. He tried to pass himself off as a veteran, and he's tried to say like he was a. Anytime somebody says I was in law enforcement, they're trying to make you believe that they were a cop, and they weren't. Because if somebody used to be a cop, they're like, yeah, I was a cop. That's another one of those misleading phrases that people use. I mean, I've lied to my counselors too. Most of the time, it's to stay out of prison. Oh yeah. Um, but at the end of the day, you got to be honest with yourself if you're going to start trying to conquer demons, and you got to be honest with people that are trying to help you. All right. Yeah, I see your. Oh shit. I'm sorry. I just read that text message. Um. Yeah, person that just texted me. Oh, fuck. I don't know. I'll see what I can. Man, I don't know. I'll do what I can, but I don't know what I can do. Yeah, he spent 2 years as a corrections officer. Somehow he got shot working inside the jail. I don't know if this just. He said he got shot. That's He acts like he had this long, illustrious career in law enforcement, but he lasted 2 years. You have to want help first. Yeah, that's the thing. You can know you need help all you want, but until you just completely admit defeat, yeah. Yeah, I knew it was a lie. He didn't have to. He didn't have to admit that. We all knew it was a lie, but I didn't know that he had admitted to it. It's just, man, everything. I mean, he's lied about and saying that I said shit that fucking no. Even on Ambien, I wouldn't have said, you know. Like that one time he said, and I did hear him say this. He said, well, I don't think he knew I was either I saw it live and just wasn't chatting, and he didn't think I was watching, or somebody sent me a clip. I don't remember which it was, but um, he said, "Oh yeah, Bill looked over my chat logs and said everything looks good." I've never seen any of Jeff's chat logs, and I would imagine they're probably so fucked up that you wouldn't be able to prosecute with them. Yeah, and just stuff like that. Oh, he definitely has a hero complex. Oh yeah, yeah. He says he knows all these famous people. And how did it go? Was it did Johnny Depp cooked him breakfast, or he cooked Johnny Depp breakfast, or something? I don't know. It's just a bunch of bullshit. I mean, I know that he didn't cook breakfast for Johnny Depp, because when I cooked breakfast for Johnny Depp, he never said anything like, "Hey, you're a better cook than Jeff." You know, he never said that. So obviously Jeff was lying about cooking breakfast for Johnny Depp, because, you know. Oh yes, and he makes $1 million a year. Yep. I mean, again, I can. Uh, all of us guys, we all lie to try to get girls or something at some point in their life. Like I'm past all that shit now. I just don't care. They either like me or they don't. Most of them don't. But yeah, when I was younger, you know, like nothing huge. Like I never said I was a Navy SEAL. Never claimed that I made $1 million a year. Um, but like we all lie, you know, either to make them feel better about something and make them like us, or just to try to impress them a little bit. You know, it's not cool, but I get it. Uh, yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this, but make a believable lie. Yeah, every lie's got to have like at least 20% truth to it. A good lie, anyway. Janice, you can call me whatever you want, sweetheart. I'm just happy when girls don't file a restraining order on me. I feel like that's a step in the right direction. I mean, who are we kidding? Like, dating and kidnapping are just semantics. Sweet Baby Ray-Ban says they prefer sweet. Okay, yeah, we'll go with sweet. Duct tape makes all relationships better. You would be surprised. Hey, anybody still listening? Introduce your significant other to duct tape. Even if you've never actually done it before, give it a shot. You know, And if things go wrong, or like if you bring it up and they look at you weird, you can say, I heard it from this guy on YouTube, and you can totally blame the whole thing on me. I don't care. We got the wheels turning our fellow Section 15 there. You guys can blame pretty much anything on me. I don't care. Like if you want to try something funky with your old lady and she's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like surprise anal? Just blame it on me. You can even play it back for her. I don't care. Or like if you get into something and it's something that I haven't said, um, hit me up and I'll say it on a stream, and then you can play it back for her later and say, see, look, she don't need to know that we're working together. Like, yeah, this dude on YouTube said it, and he's always very credible, you know? It's never a surprise. Well, Danielle, I know it's never like the actual act isn't a surprise, but one of these days you're going to be surprised at what the object is. I have, what I'm about to tell you is not one of my bullshit stories, but I really have walked up to girls in bars and looked them. I mean, girls that I don't know, like if they're kind of like checking you out a little bit or whatever, and you're sending drinks back and forth or whatever, I will walk straight up to them, look them dead in the eye, and ask them what their ball gag size is. And it, like, if they don't slap me or say, "Ooh, get away from me, you freak," they're a keeper. I was actually about 35 before I realized that "get away from me, you creep." Uh, like they're not just playing hard to get. Sometimes, uh, yeah. And the universal safe word, just so everybody knows, so we're all clear. The universal safe word, if you haven't discussed that with your partner, um, like if she um, digs her phone out of her pocket and tries to call for help by dialing with her nose, that's like the universal sign that you went too far. I'm just saying. Oh, I can't wait for this shit to get clipped. They'll be like, the Karen Joes will be like, "Oh my God," he said, and he said in a community of survivors, and then, yeah, fuck you. The way you want to, especially see, and this comes from a female, I think, or at least somebody trying to pass themselves off as a female. Yeah, especially at night on the way home from work. That is, man, yeah, I keep forgetting. Danielle, I am playing this part so good that sometimes I forget that we are, in fact, the same person. Oh, yeah, parking garages are timeless. God dang it. Yes. Oh, fuck. All right, guys, something is happening that apparently somebody needs my help with, like, right now. I'm sorry, I didn't see that message until just now. Fuck me. I don't know. God dang it. I might come back here in a little bit. This, or maybe not. I don't know. I might come back here in a little bit, but only if you guys have like an actual topic, because I'm completely out of material. All right. If somebody, oh, God dang it. All right, fuck it. I might come back in a little bit. I don't know. I'm really enjoying the conversation with you guys tonight, but uh, like real life shit comes first. All right. Yeah, I see it all. I'll do what I can. I don't know what I can do exactly, but I'll think of something. All right, y'all. I might see you back in a little bit. If somebody has something that they actually want to talk about, you can hit me up. We'll go from there. I can't promise anything right now, but um, see, there's Danielle still trying to get that promotion. Um, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, if all of you are about like at 8, Danielle's like 8 3/4. It is what it is. She's working on that promotion. And if y'all want to put Sea Monkey in your name, that's fine. I'll send the papers for you to sign over. All right, I gotta go. Y'all stay naked.